The PP19 has the highest damage and headshot multiplier of any SMG.
So we're just lying now. Oh my, they're just saying anything now. Oh my God. Hey guys, Nightfall here, and yesterday we got a quick fix patch in-game, but didn't get any patch notes to go with it, at least not officially. We did get this short tweet outlining 4 things that they'd be fixing in that patch. Those 4 things are red dots not appearing, it was also hollows, but good to see that we get no love around here, the vignette on the highwaymen not displaying correctly, the accidental wall hack, we'll get into what that means, and then lastly, an update to the Spaz 12 and PP19 mastery skins. But is that all? This update was just over 1 gigabyte, at least on PC anyway, and I have a hard time believing that 1 whole gigabyte fixed all of that and nothing else. There were a few other issues happening, like major FPS drops, the Spaz 12 having the most horizontal recoil on any weapon that I've ever seen before in my life, and an issue where deploying gadgets like prox mines were just deploying slower than molasses. And from what you saw in the intro, they have a track record of just saying whatever to try to make us happy. So of course, I had to go in and check it out in-game, and these are my findings. So first up is the red dot not appearing. I can say that this didn't happen to me often, and I had to spend over 5+ hours straight on stream last week playing the game just to get this to happen once. And the strange thing is, when this did happen, after a few minutes of playing with it, it oddly enough felt like I was more accurate with my shots. Is that weird? I have no clue what even causes this to just happen randomly. I never thought I would have seen the day, but maybe I don't need the hollow sight. As if. I would never forsake my own people. This is a cult after all. Anyway, after playing all day yesterday, after the patch went live, I can confirm that none of my reticles on my sights disappeared a single time. The Highwayman vignette is the next thing on this list, and it was one of the most frustrating things. But was also one of the first things I noticed even before I started playing. I was watching people play on stream, and I can confirm it is fixed now. No more hard, ugly triangles sitting in the corner of your screen. Now it's a really cool effect on the edges of that screen and isn't going to mess with your eyes and aim anymore. Now, the accidental wall hack is something we talked about a few videos back when I gave you my honest review of the bomb game mode. There was a glitch where if you walked through a dead body in the game, you would get highlights of all the enemy locations. It was like taking a dab of Echelon and getting that quick ability for a split second and then losing it. It was brief, but in a game mode like Bomb, it is very informational because there was no limit to the distance. You could literally see where anyone was at any given time, no matter where they were on the map, so long as you were looking in their general direction. It was absolutely insane, so I'm glad to see that that's fixed. I also heard after that video that it happened in other game modes as well, but in my experience, the bodies disappear rather quickly in all the other game modes. Unlike Bomb, where they just get frozen in weird poses. I'm sure someone found this out when trying to hide inside one of the dead bodies on the map. This is a tactic used on many games that have a bomb type game mode or search and destroy. Rainbow Six Siege comes to mind immediately. The last thing they fixed was an update to the Spaz 12 and PP19 mastery skins, and I don't see any difference in these. I'm not sure what all was broken with these, so if you have more info, feel free to let me know down in the comments. But now let's talk about the issues that weren't fixed, but I was hoping was fixed. I had high hopes they would sneak a few extra things in here for us, a few extra fixes, but I was wrong. Starting off with the massive frame drops you get just by running around in the game. They're still there, and they seem worse than ever before. I was usually hovering around 200 to 210 FPS when it would drop. Now it's dropping all the way to 190 and 180. This is insane, and if you're not already playing on 240 FPS and you're playing on anything lower than that, frame drops like that is going to look terrible. The proximity mines still deploy slow, but luckily there is a known fix for that. If you just double tap the button to deploy, it will put it down at normal speed. And then also, sadly, the Spaz 12 still kicks to the side after each shot sometimes. It doesn't do it all the time, it's just random. Not sure what causes it, but once it starts happening, it seems like for the rest of that game, you're stuck having to either deal with it or just use a different weapon. I've tried to narrow it down and figure out what causes it, looking at things that I can control like the skin, certain attachments, the faction that you use, but I'm starting to wonder if it happens based on the faction or maybe a skin that somebody's wearing that you kill or something like that. Not really sure. Again, if you have more info on that or did more testing than I did and have an answer, let me know in the comments, but as of now, it is not fixed. Amidst all of the chaos and things that were fixed and weren't fixed, I did want to point out one good thing that I found from playing over the past 2 days, and this started happening before the patch, but is definitely still worth mentioning. I've noticed more reliable servers, mostly observed through ping. Up until recently, my ping in-game for my closest servers, US East, were usually hovering around 30 to 32 ping in-game. However, the last couple of days, it's been stable at like 25 to 28 ping, and I've even seen it go as low as 23 at times. Is this a sign of them working on the netcode and the servers consistently and making them more stable? Or is it more and more players leaving so there's no stress on them anymore? Well, that's a video for another day. But some last minute things to wrap this up. Despite YouTube support constantly telling me not to worry and everything is fine, things don't feel fine. My channel seems to be shadow banned, hence why I've been holding back some of the more fire content, trying to weather the storm until some of these strikes fall off my channel in a few days, so that way I can get back to giving you that awesome content. Since getting those first strikes, I have no videos that have over 1,000 views, despite the 4 or 5 directly before that first strike having all over 1,000, and some had over 2,000. One of the videos I have planned for you all is the Highwayman Turret Placement Guide video showing off some of the best spots on each map, and I'm actively grabbing footage for that so I can build that as quick as I can as soon as we overcome this hurdle. But if you have any really good spots or any clips that you want to share and have a chance at making it in that video, feel free to tag me on Twitter with those clips or post them in my Discord. Quick reminder that I'll be live on both Twitch and YouTube this Friday starting at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to get back on that camo grind, and I'll catch you all in the next upload.